it's not a full section.
It's the half section we're asked to do. We're going to still put this as hidden detail. It's hidden length. So we're measuring so we're going to be measuring this diameter 8 as radii. That is 4 and 4. And same thing here.
Oh, I see it now. You're just doing the same thing here at the other side.
Exactly. This is
Like
symmetrical.
it's being divided.
So this is closed. Upper part closed. So with this being done, the next thing we need to do is section. 60 by 40 by 30. So next thing we're going to be doing is section. We're going to section the cut part of the drawing.
They are using 30
With 60.
60. They're meant to use 60 normally.
Yes.
And how do you know the places they're meant to section?
So when you're
No, apart from it being in the question, I know there are some that they'll just give you the machine section it and you do everything. You're going to do everything by yourself.
so based on what you are drawing and the parts you're sectioning, is the part that is being cut. If you look at this sectioning now, the screw part doesn't have a section line. That's because it's not being cut. Think of sectioning as more or less like you are cutting a metal or cutting a wood. If it has a hollow space and the blade doesn't touch that space, that means you're not going to put a
But the screw
cut
is
mark.
inside there now. You are going to cut it too. Yes.
That's a particular length you draw it.
Yeah, there is. You just have to make sure it's equal. There is no length in particular length to use.
Is it going to give us an exam?
Most likely.
Sure, I'm not doing second semester. I'm not doing machine at all in my life again. Sure, we are. We don't have to. Yes.
Civil engineering.
No, they need to have. No, they have to have. Yeah. They need to have like what do they? Sit down.
So with this, we are done with the sectioning. Next thing we need to do is center length. So here this will have the center length here.
That guy no come out. The other guy.
Okay.
Why you say never go? Why you never go?
Why never?
Go out.
I want to finish it.
So next, we're going to be doing part 2, which is the having the part 1 done. We're moving to the part 2, which is the vertical shaft. The vertical shaft has a length of
Okay, like this, you are
100.
assembling this.
Yes. So we're adding the vertical shaft, which have a length of 100. But since, according to here, it's written that it's fitting with part 1 and 3.
Are they having a meeting?
So since the question tells us that it connects with part 1 and part 3, to correctly draw this part 2, we have to draw the part 3 first. So moving to the yoke, we are told that it also has a diameter 38 and a diameter 20.
Like this now, you should, in our mind, you should imagine how it has a section.
Yes. Since this is not sectioned, but since we know we're doing a full section in this direction, we should know that this also is also in this direction.
We are cutting it like
Yes.
this.
But we've been told that we're not for the yoke. We're doing a broken out section, meaning that we're not doing a full section for this. You get? Because we need this part to also show. So we're only sectioning this part and this part, or one of these parts. You get?
So how is it going to be sectioned then?
So moving on, projecting here, 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 and here. I told that the measurements at the side we have 12, 12. So we're going to measure in 12 at both sides. This is 1.2. This will also be protected. 15. Yeah, construction. Sounds better. So we're not giving a distance for our height because clearly we can see there is a distance between this point and the base. But we're going to be using 0.5. We're not giving a distance, but we'll be using 0.5. If you don't put the distance, at the end of the day, when you want to add your bearing, housing and your bearings, it will come in contact directly with the yoke, which we don't want. So, using 0.5. Then our height. I thought that from this to the center here is 34. So we measure 34.
Is it the height of the yoke?
Yeah. That's just the center. So now since the question says this is the center, and from this center to the top, it is radius 10. So that means we're measuring 10.
From that center.
Yes.
Where is the center, sorry?
Okay.
That's the center of the drawing.
No, center of this arc and this circle. So I'm measuring 10. Measuring 10, we're going to be completing it to get the total height. Then we are told that the hole for the set screw is M10, meaning that the distance of 10 or diameter 10. I'm measuring 5.5. So measuring.
I'm not understanding.
Thinking what is neat with bold. So we know that we're doing an arc here.
I don't understand. Like, looking at this now, if you want to construct it, it's being sectioned in one manner. That's what I need to know. You say it's a broken.
Out section.
So it's sectioned halfway. From where to where?
Our section is only going to be on this upper part.
So what? Okay,
So-
the base is. I don't know. Is it like it's already inside?
Let me finish first.
Eh?
Let me finish first so you can see it.
We're not going to section this.
What's the section in it? So the height of this part is 20. So I'm measuring 20 on this base. And then to do this arc here, but though that is radius 12. Meaning that we're measuring 12 on this point. Since this is a distance from it here is 12, to get the arc of 12 touching this line and this line, we need to measure 12 backwards also. Measuring set. So using our measuring set, this to do 12. So, with that being done, complete this side and top.
I'm also seeing it as section.
I'll get into it.
It's like a full section here. I'm not seeing the broken part.
Broken part as well.
It said it's a broken
Yeah,
cut.
we have to like cut from this part of it.
I don't know.
So now, but told from the question that the center A is 10 to center A before having the same type of holes. This M10. The M10 is for this, this, and this. That's why it's recorded as 3 holes. So, measure.
That one is at the center of it.
Yeah.
So no issue. Center.
Then, since it's 10, I'm measuring 0.5. So now, make this bold. And then our broken out section, we're going to be using a break line, which is something like this. Just choose any distance of your choice. Meaning that our section part can use 60 degree or any one of our choice. Since we use 60 for here, we are not supposed to use 60 in the same direction. So I'm using 45 here.
Okay.
So we have our broken out section here. So in the yoke, we have been told that from the question, we are told from the question that the set screw here is a X socket dock point. Since the X socket dock point, X socket dock point is more or less like an Allen key screw. Ellen key screw. Meaning that at the end of the day, you should be having an hexagon on it.
Is this on M10?
So you have the hexagon description on it. Then moving on, we're going back to doing our part 2 on it. So our part 2, the height it has is, that's the height of 100, and it's said to be fit in with part 1 and 3. So that means it should be inside part 1 and at the same time inside part 3. So we have a total height of 100.
Are you sure it's from there? It's not from that midpoint.
No.
From there.
It should be inside part 1 and 3. So you can start from any distance. So I chose that 100. So so it has a same, it has a diameter of 20. We run this out. Okay.
Is it from there? I thought you measured from there. You started from here.
That will be hidden detail. Since we didn't section out that part.
So that's so the length like this is 18. And then neglected 20 because it's inside.
This is not 20. So you didn't detail. For the upper part, so you didn't detail. So since it's a shaft, it has this inner part to be diameter 14. So that means you're measuring 7.
Is it going to be hidden details?
Yes. So, inner part is going to be having inner details. Since it's shaft, it's going to be having an extra thickness which is equal to the
An extra what?
thickness.
Okay.
So since this is 3, we're having 3 at this point.
Are you just choosing it? Like, or it was stated?
So not stated in the question. So it's stopping at this same point of the inner diameter, up and down. Give it closure here.
I don't understand. Why is it happening this one now?
Because the shaft.
Maybe you use something like this stuff. Yes, I use something like this.
So, shaft complete. This distance here, some people use any distance. Sometimes some people use any distance. But to make it close to accurate, use the same distance you have here and here. So represent that this is a shaft.
So what distance was it to measure?
From measurement is 0.3. You just have to measure 0.3 down. So since it's cylindrical shaft, do the same down. So, no? That's all for the cylindrical shaft. That's part 2. So I'm moving to part 4. So, from the question, we are being told that. So from the question, we are told that in part 4, you have external diameter of 32 and internal diameter
How are
of
we cutting this one
25.
too?
I'm not cutting this. We are not told to section it.
We're not told.
Yes, in the question. Section it.
Where? In that
Question.
where? Where this one's told? Where they-
Let's measure it.
Video 16.
Okay, yeah.
So to get our center point, you do that.
How do you know they are not being stated?
The question, that's instructions. Follow the instructions. So this is our center. Same center that this set screw. And this.
This
So
is the center here. The drawing. Yes, 16. That's the section of it now.
No. I want to
25
know.
of it done.
so 25, we're going to measure in 12.
So this one does not have a section. Like the one said that is section.
That's
This
12.1.
is section. This is section.
Yeah, where's the center? That's center line.
So now,
The one by the cell.
the question also says that
You will indicate
it has O's at the side, 3 O's spaced with diameter 6. 1,
3
2,
O's?
3. 3 O's with diameter 6. So we're going to be using measurement of 3
Where is the third hole?
in opposite direction to the side.
I've seen 2. Where is the third one?
The third one is going to be at this side.
Okay.
Three. Yeah. Those are more or less like entry points for the
So it's going to be
set
hidden
screw.
details.
Yes.
So it's just one circle that is representing 3 of them inside here.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Why are you doing like that?
So these are the
Okay, that's the 3
3 O's.
holes. Outside.
Okay. So
This is hard. How do you know that it's going to be like this?
to understand it's much more
I want to
better.
know how it's being sectional. You said that it's not said that it's sectional.
So the questions is going to tell you whether you're sectioning or not. It says adjustable shaft show the base in full section. So that means part 1 is full section. Broken out section is recommended for the yoke so that the set screws can be shown. Yoke, where are the set screws? 1, 2. Which parts would not show if you use a full section? The third set screw, which is part 7. So we need all the set screws to show. So that means your broken out section should only show these 2 set screws. Going back, they didn't make any other extra mentions aside from adding up part numbers and dimensioning. So that means all that parts are not supposed to be sectioned. You don't need to section them. And then in this point, it says 3 O's. With our metric here, we know that this housing is going to be fitting into this yoke. So if it's fitting into this yoke, these set screws with their pin mouth has to fit into the housing at a point. Since they're coming from the two sides, that means they have to fit in one here and one at the other side. Understand now?
Wait, sorry. I'm looking at it, like looking at this drawing now, this one, and I want to construct it here. I am looking at it from this side,
Yes.
front view. So after doing these two holes, these two circles, and it's not being sectioned, how am I not indicating those, this thing?
Hidden details.
No, yes, the hidden details showing the holes, the
Yes, your
free space.
hidden details will show the holes.
And there's no one at the top now.
This is the top.
I don't know what to
To know it's at the side is from our this thing, yoke. Since we have the same slotted pin, the set screw coming from this side and come from this side, it has to come in contact with this bearing housing to hold it together. The set screw is supposed to set the
So
bearing
is it entering
housing.
inside that hole?
Yes,
But it's so small now.
that is why it is a pin mouth.
The screw is looking bigger now.
That's why it's a pin mouth. You see how it enters as we continue. So, next we're moving to our part 5, bearing housing. The bearings have a outer diameter 25 and inner diameter 20. Meaning that since this is 25 already, all we just have to do is measure radius 10 from 20. And with this, we are done with our bearing.
The second diameter now, the inner one.
The inner one is the 20, outer one is the 25.
Okay, it's together with
Yes.
this thing. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, doing our center line. Advice you do your center lines and other hidden details immediately so you don't forget, because they are easily forgettable. Okay. Next, from part 5 we're moving to our part 6, which is the set screw. So our set screw is going inside here. The first step there is that we're using angle 45 to construct the hip, the pointed part.
And they say that the holes are 90 degrees spaced. What does that mean?
90 degrees space. That means from here, the angle here of the angle of this pointed is 90 degree. So that means this is a straight line. The angle here and the angle here together must give 90 degree at the end of the day. So to attain that, we need 45 degree here and 45 degree here. That's what we're using. The 45 by 45 set.
That's to indicate the screws, Abby.
To form the pointed part of the screws.
And now that is entering inside that hole.
Yes, now, how do you form it? Put your 45 degree to the tip here and project your line. Until it stops here, do the same thing here.
So
Yeah,
that's
also.
okay like that.
No, that's just for you to know where you're starting and where you're stopping. It's good to start with the construction line. So now, you know the screws from the the screws are also M10. So we are projecting this out. So exactly where this slant line stops on this line is where we are going to start our threading from. So we are doing a straight line here and a straight line here where the slant line stops on it. So now we can make
Did you choose the distance?
no.
Eh?
That's why I start with a construction line.
No, I mean this space, the distance. Because it-
Exactly where it touch.
It's the place of contact.
Exactly where it touches out.
The contact of this.
I know now, inside the hole. I mean this place. Did
Why
you
is the
just choose
second one
any
hidden?
this thing?
It's hidden because it's inside the outside.
You cannot see it. So you have to indicate it by putting what?
So, we're told that the screw has a length of 30, meaning that the screw part is going to be 30. Threading 30.
Oh. Falling. Fall.
Same thing here. Threading of 30.
You just choose any distance, the distance.
They say
30.
I know that's the length. I mean the distance. Where you kept these dots.
It's just to
No,
get
just
30.
measured 30.
Is it from this point to this point or from this line here?
From this line here. Because we're using the threading. You understand? So now,
Okay, that's a 30 stop. Okay.
make this place bold because it's easy for you to forget that you're supposed to make it bold. This point, this
Is there a length given for it?
Yes.
For this small tiny space?
It's where it touched the line.
So I said you should do a construction line first.
Okay,
the
where it
construction
touch-
line intersects with this line here. So you should know it stops here.
Okay.
Same thing here. So, moving on, we're going to be doing the XHD jam knot. This. So now, creating an XHD jam knot here, the standard measurement, the standard thickness of the knot is M10, meaning that it will be thick with 10. So you just measure
Is
10.
that how it is normally like this?
It is thick normally. When we made research yesterday, some are always 12.
How are you measuring it?
For the knot, you measure
The thread, I've been not. Which one?
the knot. The knot is on the set screw.
Oh my god. Okay. Is it not hexagonal?
It is, but you're seeing it from the side. So now, our knot is not supposed to be outside this. Some people will use smaller measurements, some people will use wider measurements. But we have to look for a way to balance it. But not to the length of the knot, the flat length of the knot. So we have to guess that by ourselves. So how do we guess it perfectly well that we don't end up having our knot outside? Take your length from the tip to the center. You have 1 centimeter, right? This is 1 centimeter, and we want the knot smaller than this point.
Is it not going to be like outside the set screw?
No, it's not
Coming out now.
yeah.
No, like the knot. So, like if you want to construct now, it's going to be out here because it's fitting in.
Yeah, it's supposed to be outside the set screw, but we don't want it above the yoke.
Okay.
So now, the measurement pattern we have always been using and the one that I've been given is that the ratio should be 1 to 1. Spacing of your distance of your knot. That means 1 ratio 2 ratio 1. So if you're using 6 here, this should be 12 and this should be 6. If you're using 3 here, this should be 6, this should be 3. Do you understand?
For what?
So for your measurement pattern. So now that means to make it easier for yourself, whatever length, that means whatever length you're using here, just know that it should be double from the center upward. So now since you know this is 1, if we're using 9, if we use 9, that means we're using 18 in total. You understand? So looking at it, we can make use of 6. 6. So when we make use of 6, we have 3, 6, 3. You understand?
I don't understand.
You understand it? So
I don't understand. I thought we were talking about this knot.
6 up and 6 down.
That's
6, 6.
I don't understand now.
Trying to get the length for the knot.
For you not.
Yes,
So what
you
was the whole
just
ratio for?
yeah. Now, so you get it at the center, the middle. We have
Is
the
it like
same
is it
length.
standard or what?
It's not standard. You just try to get it. Just to have it at the middle, Sha. Not too up.
The reason
not
why
too
you
down.
have it in 1:2:1 is that when you're seeing an hexagon from this side, an hexagon is something more or less like this, right? So now, whatever height you have here, the height here and height here, 2, 2. The slant height here would be 4. Do you understand? That's like the standard measurement. So now, since you know that whatever measurement you have here is, this is 4, and this is also 4, right? If you are saying this from this side, if you are saying a side view, that means you're having 4, 2, 2. You understand? We are seeing the screw from this side. So this ratio would always stand. 1:2:1. So if you have 6 here, you have 3 here, you have 3 here. That's the standard
So
measurement.
the screw is what? Is what
So the
length?
length you used was 12. So it means 6, 3, 3.
How do you know it's 6'3"?
We chose it. It's not like as if it was given.
Okay. How would you know? I thought it was given. Oh, that's in ratio.
So,
That one she cannot see a laugh.
for this, we're going to be using, for this part, we'll be needing using the cuff here. Normally you can use a circle template, or you can use a compass. Anyone that suits you.
But what is the screw looking like? As if it's. Oh, now I'm seeing it. That's a symbol, yeah?
Yes.
Why is this one your brother?
Falling.
Why is it not such a long
Because it's slotted in. It is slotted in.
because it's not safe, so it's needed to be good.
Why are you eating the nice meat? What rubbish?
So we need to measure it from
I
there
don't
to
understand. Like, I'm receiving a lot. And you're adding to it.
So, next, the remaining part of the set screw is still going to show, right? The remaining part of the set screw is going to show. So, I remember the set screw is shown that it's a flat set screw, meaning that so you can either draw it straight and put the hidden line, showing that it's a flat set screw, or show the cut of the flat. You understand? You can either show the head this way and put hidden line,
How to show that it's a flat screw.
yes, or this way.
But wouldn't this A-line be in the middle like this?
And I do this, do that now.
You get the easiest way to understand, the easiest way for anybody that is looking at the drawing to understand properly is using this one
Yes.
instead of this one.
Yes.
So that's what we're going to be using. Since we have our center line,
What do you want to say?
we take our center line out and we just take its equal distance. Any equal distance, you can use 0.1, you can use 0.2, anything you're comfortable with. So, and at any space entered.
That's why I don't like machines. So this time is annoying.
The beauty of it is when you're done with it.
Beauty what? After I work on that yama yama. It's not one need again like this now. This so much. This is looking like it's looking more of what you are seeing. Like the whole
In reality,
yes.
that's the point of it.
Ordinary screw now.
We're going to be putting the elite detail of the threading. Remember, the threading goes through. from the beginning to the end. To put the thread in, take a distance of 0.1 at both ends. 0.1. Yeah.
I've forgotten everything now.
Yeah.
I cannot be I thought threading has a symbol for it.
Yes, the two types of representation of threading, using hidden line like this, or using the ellipse construction.
Okay, that's
So since it's going through this set, this knot, that's
no, the
represented.
knot is different now.
The threading, this screw is going through it. Remember, so you have to show that there's a continuity inside.
But it's looking like as if it's at the top of it. It didn't enter inside.
It is inside it. Screw on it. So,
Me too.
without
What's the
being
measurement?
done, without being done,
What's the measurement?
for screw is from here to here. That's 30.
30, okay.
Yes, that's how you get the measurement.
What about here? Here to is 10.
Yes.
Okay.
So, with that being done, the last part, which was not indicated,
30.
is the set screw here. We're not giving any information about the set
And so
screw
don't do
there.
it now.
But it does have a set screw there. Because the way it works is that you can adjust it. The shaft can be dragged up and then stopped. This is more like a stopper. This set screw here holds the shaft and the yoke together. And this set screw here is supposed to hold the shaft and the base together.
Oh, okay.
You get. So with the set screw here, the same way. At any given distance, you give a spacing. First. Then at the tip end, give end also. Giving a distance at the top of 0.1 for your threading and below 0.1.
Why is that line not straight?
It's not supposed to be slant.
Huh?
It's not supposed to be slant. Your screw is not supposed to be slant.
It's not supposed to be, but it is. Yeah.
It's not slant. This is straight. This is slant. You understand, Abby? So the end of the screw is going to be slanted. There, we have our screw inside the base, and with this, we are done with the drawing. You can decide to let me remove extra information of the set. Yeah.